Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where, as promised, we're a ways forward. It's now 16 December 1975. Okay, 17 December 18 December, oh, you get the idea. It's 1975, almost 1976. And we have now concluded construction on all of our naval bases, and we are working our way through supply hubs and railways at this time. As you can see, the ticking speed is still slowed down a little bit, but it is not too bad with this open. So that's absolutely great. The real question at this point is, how's this performance? And the answer is it still kind of sucks, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected, to be honest. But I let it run for kind of as long as I feel like I can get away with. We're going to need to get this done eventually. I want to work priorities here on getting infrastructure over this way, right? That really needs to be top priority, although it's not really top priority in terms of our construction, but it's top priority in terms of if a war breaks out, if that makes any sense. So we're going to get some supply hubs, and we're going to build one here. And I'm just going to build one like every 2 locations along these borders. So we're going to get those queued up, and oh, this is actually pretty manageable for right now. Hopefully it doesn't slow down too much, but we'll build about there, and then we'll build here, and then, like I said, about every 2 locations. So skip 2 and then build one here. So then one there, in theory. Things get a little awkward down over here, but that seems to be reasonably fine. So we'll get this all queued up. And with any luck, we'll get a lot of this railway done, and hopefully things will improve performance-wise. However, I bet that we are going to be queuing up faster than we're constructing. I should say that I took the time to construct civilian factories all throughout Africa as well, so we are constructing substantially faster now than we previously were. So that is definitely something that is worth noting. Let's go ahead and finish off these supply hubs along this border. And then we're going to need to make sure that we are building our... that's a little awkward, but sure, we'll build it right here. We'll need to make sure that we are constructing our other situations as well. I just want to make sure, yeah, we just don't have troops down here. That's what it is. But our railroads are going to need to be constructed over here. Oh, that is not where I clicked on that. Cool. It's definitely getting laggier again, but that is to be expected. We got through a lot of the construction queue, but by no means did we get through all of it. Okay, so we have a hub here, essentially, so we should build one, like, here. And then we can make our way down this direction. We just need to make sure that we have decent amounts of supply throughout here for in case a war breaks out. And then we can work on a minimalist supply situation for the rest. Okay, this should all be good, I think. So let's go ahead and hop into railroads here. And we're going to construct our railroads basically just all along this for the moment. And then we'll want to hook these into the coast. And then once we're done with that, I wish we could construct these without having the construction menu open. That would be nice, but alas, that's not the case. Once we are done with our railroads along the coast, I think our next goal after that is setting up supply hubs. And then our next goal after that is connectivity on all of those supply hubs. So in theory, we are ticking along, but there's absolutely no way that we are keeping up with our queuing right now, right? That's definitely not a thing, even with like 840 factories working on this. Yeah. Technically 623 are working on construction. Okay. It's definitely going to be falling behind. Now, we've got a situation here where this is impassable. And we may want to just have one that runs around, just to make sure. And we'll just connect that in down here. Cool. Something kind of like that. Okay. We are finishing up a number of these railroads. That is something to note. So we are going to plow our way through the railroads quite quickly. The supply depots are going to be a little bit longer, but not nearly as long as building the naval bases. The naval bases was a lot. There's no doubt about that. But we're just going to get this connectivity done here. There we go. Fantastic. Now, of course, this current supply network is very vulnerable. It has basically no redundancy, but I want to get this queued up so that we at least have something along here. So we'll bring this in like so, and then that's connected up over here already, so it can connect directly to this hub. And, oh, we haven't queued up the hubs up over here. Or, no, we did. Oh, this is just huge. Got it. I didn't realize it was that big, but sure, that's fine. So we're just going to connect up all of these hubs over here as well. And then we'll have a few gaps to fill in, right? But that's fine. Let's just go ahead and connect this over to here, like so. And all of the railways up here are done. So now we can pop back down over to this side and work on our coastal railways. So we'll bring this in over to here. That should actually technically have gone here, but it's okay. So we'll do something like this. Do we bring this down? Actually, we don't have any supply hubs down here, really. Let's go ahead and build one here. And then one, say, up here. And then one, say, here. That should buy us some logistical breathing room over there. That should be a level 5 railway. There we go. And we'll just get this all queued up. Cool. Now, everything off of the mainland here is not really under our control. So we're not going to bother with this for now. That's Armenian East Indies problem. Not concerned about that for the moment. We're going to make our way up northward up the coast, like so. And, I mean, we're definitely going to have to think about, like, a supply hub over here, and we'll just do that for now. We're not looking at inland too much for this moment. We're just going to head up over this direction, and I think we're reasonably safe to just connect directly into here, like so. And this, in general, will come down sort of like that. Cool. Yep, that should all do pretty well. This is a very large gap here. I'm going to put in a hub here and potentially even a hub up here. But I think we'll put in one there. There we go. And then we will connect that on up. Cool. And that should connect in over here. Yes, that is correct. Things are looking pretty decent down this way, so I'm not too concerned about it. Remember, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It just has to be good enough. Okay. Looks to me like we could use a hub about here. But I think from there we'll be reasonably fine. And connect that up over to here. Looks good. Over to these naval bases, which should all be level 10, by the way. So our supply situation should be improving dramatically here. And then this, I don't believe there's a crossing here in this game. So we'll ignore that for the moment. We'll connect it in up here. And I do think that a hub over here makes sense. So we'll get that queued up, and that is our coastal areas dealt with. So what is next? Next, we need to get all of this interior done. Like, I think from like here on over, it's a lot. That's for sure. Let's get these divisions sorted in here. Beautiful. And looking in at our construction, how are we doing on that? So it looks like we are currently starting construction on Great Britain. Just wrapping up construction over here in the Middle East. And then Iberia is also beginning because Great Britain is pretty basic. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're almost caught up with last episode and what we queued up last episode. Almost. So we're going to need a bunch of supply hubs, and let's just get zoomed in a bit here, and we're just going to place a few of these. I'm actually going to try to have the camera over here. I have a theory that perhaps it's these hashed lines that is causing at least a significant portion of the lag. I don't know. Maybe not. And we'll build a hub like here. Cool. And I just want to basically build all throughout here, relatively grid-shaped hubs something like this. Cool. And let's continue to pan over this direction. We can drop a hub about here. And this has got kind of a gentle arc to it, but that's probably fine. Okay, one about here. It doesn't have to have perfect coverage, just good enough coverage. So we'll bring that down. Place one about here. And then one about here. I would like to have a hub here, but otherwise that should be reasonably fine. Okay, and this will basically be our last round of them before we get to the Earls. Sounds good. And then one up over here. And then one up here that's on this railway. Excellent. Now we'll put one around here, and then we'll start building them in these mountains. This is feeling like the latency on the click is actually improving. So that's really, really good. I think it might actually have to do with the railway draws. That might be it. Okay, so we should just continue to build hubs like over here. We'll deal with the stuff that's south of this region, I think. Well, actually, basically now is fine. We can put up another hub here and call that good. And then one additional here. But we're going to start running into this stuff very soon, right? So that's reasonably fine. We can just space out a few hubs here and there. And put one like... Okay, that one took a while. Put one here. Yeah, this zoom level, it's a better overview of what we're doing, but overall it seems to be a bit tougher. Let's just build... I don't like this position. I changed my mind on that. Let's build a hub about here, and then one about here, and then one about here, and then through here we can get away with building something along the lines of that, I think. Maybe putting one in over here, but I really don't think that's necessary. So that'll be fine. There's that area sort of complete. Sort of. So we'll pop down over here-ish as well. Cool. And just filling in this area. Very roughly. Something kind of like that. And then kind of like that will be good. Down this way, we can just build like one hub through here. Kind of like that. Excellent. Now, as far as India goes, there's not actually all that much that needs to be done in India. We've got that going on, so I think one here, one here, one here, and then like one up here. Definitely one over here. Cool. And then a hub like over this way, and then like one here. I like that. And then up over this way, we can be much more sparse with them. So we would have them be something kind of like this. And then like one more set of them up here. Looks good. We're almost done with our hubs. Almost done with the hubs. So just putting in a couple more over this direction. They don't need to be perfect. Just good enough. And I think that's good enough. We can address it after that's finished constructing, but that should be good. Let's hop over to railways now. And at this point, we need to make sure that A, this railway is queued up. There we go. And hook this in. So, I think we're going to do this with a couple of passes here. So we're going to connect these guys over like this. And we're just going to create a line of railways that should hopefully go nice and quick here. So that'll just be something kind of like this. And we just link this all in kind of parallel to our coastal railway that we already have queued up. And then we'll create some vertical ones later on. I specifically created these roughly in a grid pattern for this purpose. So we connect this up like so. And then like so. And then connect that into our coastal railway like that. We'll get vertical connections here in a bit. So we'll come on down here, and not all of these are perfectly gridular, is I guess the word that I'll use. It's not a word, but sure, this is an awkward path. Don't take that path. That's also an awkward path. Can we just go like, nope, not like that. Can we just go like this? There we go. Much better. So yeah, we'll just get this hooked up here horizontally. And then we'll go through and get the vertical connections done. There are some of these that are going to have pretty wide gaps. And that's okay. So this kind of truncates here, doesn't it? Or we could have it come down over this way, I suppose. Have this come out over here. This will eventually truncate. But we can just position it about here. And where does this railway then go? It should link down to about here, I should think. And then that would overall link in here. Cool. Okay, next. We're going to have this railway coming out over here. Awkward path, but whatever. And we're just going to continue to link all of this up. This has definitely gone better than I anticipated it would. And that's fantastic. I think we should truncate this one here. It makes more sense to have this one be the one that continues, in my opinion. So, this actually truncates about here. So we can have... Oh, that did not go. Come on. There we go. We can have this come up over here. Cool. And yep, this is definitely starting to get mega laggy again. The railways are definitely a big part of it. But we can get this linked up over here. There we go. And get that linked in. So we truncate that line there. Then this line I'm actually going to have come out of here. Cool. You going to accept this, Hoy? Maybe not. Let's get zoomed in, and there we go. So that'll do just fine. We can have that come up over here, and we just continue to connect these up. There will definitely be some gaps here, but we can fill them in as needed, and that's not going to be too big of a deal. Beautiful. We don't really need to take that awkward path, but it's fine, I guess. We could connect this down here now, and then that can truncate over here, or we could connect it down this way. And I think that makes more sense. So we connect it like that and truncate it here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So next up is going to be like this line here. Okay, so we're going to head down like so. Cool. And then we're going to connect up over here. Just broadly doing these east to west connections. That's a very awkward rail line. But sure, it'll do. And, ooh, that's incredibly awkward. Go this way. Thank you. From here, we should definitely jut southward. And connect in over here. And then that connects up to our border railroad. Cool. So we should only have a few left to hook up over here. We can definitely connect this in like so. Nothing else to be done over on this side. Now this should connect up like this. And we should set up a new like westernmost rail line here. This then connects in... Oh, that got very awkward due to lag. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And that connects in over here. Cool. This one can connect in over... Oh, come on. So much lag. Can we scroll over? Oh, that's disgusting, that amount of lag. Okay. Come on. You can do it. Register the click. Nope. Oh yeah, we have to start it up here. I'm dumb. No wonder it wasn't working. So we'll connect that in like that, and now we can build these running out to the east. So we'll go ahead and do so. So the next hub that we link up to would be this one, followed by this one, and then that would link in over here. Cool. Something like that. So next up, we come back over this direction, and we would do a west to east railway going this way. Yeah, once we get away from, like, our capital region, things get a lot better in terms of lag. I'm just going to build to here due to the impassable terrain, and then that's just going to follow down here. There's a pass over here, so we'll just connect in like that and call that good. Beautiful. Okay. So now we can come on over this direction, and there is this line of hubs that we can set up. There we go, and we'll connect in down here. We may as well connect this over here. That's going to happen anyway. And from here, we want to connect down to, like, here. There we go. And then connect in like that. Beautiful. Now over here, this is kind of disconnected. Oh, what are we... This didn't go. Got it. We'll connect that up. This is a little bit disconnected over here, so we will run a rail line like so, and we'll run a vertical rail line over here as well. This rail line will connect in like that, and overall, we're going to have each of these be broadly a crossroads, kind of like this. Cool. So this will connect in down here. Oh, that didn't go. Just going a little too quickly, and this will connect in up here. Cool. And then we will come on in something like this. And something like this. There. That should reasonably do. I think that we should probably have one more hub about here. So just get that in there, and we'll link that up as well. And that can connect in over here. Okay. That looks reasonably good, assuming that actually goes. There we go. And now we can start running our vertical lines. So our first vertical line will be here. We'll connect this to the coastal railroad. There we go. And then we'll connect this down here, and then over to here. Approximately. Awkwardness kind of ensues here, but sure, that'll do. And then down over... Oh, that didn't quite go where I wanted it to, but it's good enough. And then this guy will come on down like that. Cool. And now we'll just need to run these lines basically like that all the way over. So this will come down like so. And then we, of course, cut out over this way, which is a little bit awkward. That was only a level 1 railroad. Let's bump that up to a 5. And this can come down over this way. This guy, I think we're just kind of forgetting about, and we're just going to link it up like that. That should do reasonably fine. I mean, a direct connection here kind of ruins this a little bit, but it's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. And then a direct connection... Oh, this didn't actually link up. There we go. A direct connection down like this seems fine. And then from there down to this hub. Cool. And then from this hub, I would love to link down something like this. Cool. Did that go? It did go. Cool. So we'll come back up to the top here. And our next set will be these. So we'll just get this linked up and then link that up here. Go on. You can do it. There we go. Fantastic. We'll link that up here. And stretch that on down over this way. Looks like some awkwardness ensued over here at some point. We'll just bring this in. And bring this down. Cool. And then connect that down here. That should be good there. As far as this hub goes, slightly awkward, but we'll just bring it up something like this. Slightly awkward indeed. But that should do for now. So we definitely need to connect this over here. There we go. This is definitely the most awkward rail line I have ever seen. There's no doubt about it. And I'm just going to streamline it a little bit here. It's a little too complicated to delete these right now, so I'm not going to do that. We'll just build them. We've got plenty of manufacturing capacity for that. So we can bring this in like so, and then I feel like this guy connects here, but I would like this to also connect up this way, like that, which means that we should have this connect here, and this should not necessarily go that route, but should connect up over like that. Okay, so we're basically just building a rail line all along these mountains is functionally what's happening there. Okay. Anything at the coast that we need to connect to? Actually, yes. So we'll pop down over here. Awkwardness is really ensuing here, but we're just going to pretend that it isn't, and we're going to move on. So we're going to hop down over this way. There we go. And connecting this in here seems reasonably fine. Connecting this here. Cool. And then connecting down this way. We're starting to get to the much wider portions of Asia here. So this is going to start taking a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and catch us up over here, though. So connecting like this and then like this. And that should do the trick over here. Cool. And then we need to come back over this way and continue to head southward. Something like this. And like this. That should do. Cool. I guess we can just make our way northward from here. That should be reasonably fine. We haven't hooked up India, though. And that is something that we really, really should do. So we'll get this hooked up here. And we're probably going to go a little bit long on this episode, but I want to get all of this done and queued up so that I can just let it run for a good long time. That's kind of the goal here. So I'm going to connect this here, and then I'm going to connect this here so that we've got kind of a triangle shape there. Cool. And we'll just run a line down like so. Connecting this into the coast over here is fine. And then we'll just get a tri-connection over here. Okay. So that's India good enough for now. I wouldn't mind running a connection up to here. There we go. And then a connection up over this way as well. And that should be good enough over that way. Cool. Now we're going to, due to this impassable terrain, run connections kind of like this for this node. Apparently I was not holding shift for that one. Okay. So let's go ahead and pop back up to the north here. And how many more of these do we have? Actually, I don't think it's very many. So we're going to get that queued up. And we're going to come on down here and down here. Just hooking up all of these rail connections. So this one is a little bit more awkward. I feel like we actually kind of truncate the connection there. Because from here, yeah, I think that's fine. This rail line should really be connected up over this way. There we go. And this hub should be connected to this one. Okay. So from there, now we are over here. So we're just going to run this up to the borderline. And we're just going to bring this on southward. We're definitely getting close here, and we're starting to have to make more exceptions to our standard pattern. So we'll just do something like that, and down here, I don't believe we need any additional work at this time. That said, a hub over here might not be a bad idea. There we go. Okay, now I definitely like a vertical connection here, 100%. A hub here might not be a bad idea. And a vertical connection here is extremely necessary. Followed by a vertical connection up here. Cool. And then we'll just make a connection like this. There we go. I like it. And we'll just make sure that this is connected up. And we'll also connect it to the south. So we'll just do this along this little stretch here, but we're very, very close to having this all hooked up. So we can bring this in like that. And do we bring this south? Honestly, I don't think we do because of this body of water. So that'll be fine. We push northward up to here. This is apparently a level 1. Let's go ahead and bump that up. Anytime now. Apparently we can't bump this up from level 1. I don't know what's going on with that. It's just not doing anything. We were able to do that with this one. Whatever. We'll come back to it, or maybe we'll just say, whatever. So I think overall, that's our railways queued up. So I think we're good to go on that front now. And now all we have to do is actually build it. So looking at the actual supply map mode here, we can see things have improved in a lot of areas. But not necessarily in the important areas yet. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. So I'm definitely going to let it run for a while. And I mean, we see some areas like out over here where supplies are not necessarily as great as we would have hoped. There's just no supplies demanded out here, so I think it's not running supplies there. But that's the case in a lot of these locations. It's fine. It's fine. All we need is basic supply lines, right? So that's pretty much what we have queued up here, and it'll take a while to get this all constructed, but honestly, I think it'll probably be done before or maybe around 1980. So that will be our overall goal here. I'm going to let it run for a while off camera, but it is time to put a cut in here, and next episode, when we come back, the majority of this at least will be completed. And that'll be great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.